This is Verbault end to end. 5 parts. Finding a book you can finish, reading it with help, keeping what you find, making it stick, and putting it on paper. Before you sign up for anything, Verbault runs a 60-second check. Nothing here can be failed. You get a real passage, and you tap the words you do not know. Nobody is grading this. Then it checks. Words you left unmarked come back as meaning questions, with the passage gone, so you answer from memory rather than from context. And a few of them were never real words. The honest answer there is simply no, and nodding along is exactly what this is built to catch. What comes back is not a single score. It is the distance between what felt familiar and what you could actually recall. Sign in, and that baseline is saved to your account. The rest of the tour runs as a signed-in reader. One search bar. Type a title and Verbault reads it as a book search. Type a single word, and the same bar switches to the dictionary. No mode to remember. The library holds hundreds of public domain books. The problem is never finding one, it is finding one you can actually finish. Books here carry a readability band. Choose a level, and the ones above it drop out of the shelf. Pick one, and the reader opens. That is where the rest of this tour happens. This is Verbault, signed in to the same account we used in part 1. Everything from here on, every word you keep, every page you finish, lands in that account, not in this browser. The reader picks up exactly where that account left off, same book, same chapter, same line. And on the way in it points at a single word to get you started. Tap it. The definition comes to you, no leaving the page, no separate dictionary, and the app immediately offers to keep the word. And it is not a bare dictionary entry. The same word means different things in different places, and Verbault picks the sense that fits this sentence, so the meaning lands in context instead of in a list. Back to the page. The chapter is exactly where you left it, looking a word up never costs you your place. Verbault also reads the chapter aloud and highlights each word as it goes. It is the same page and the same tappable words. The highlight simply walks through the sentence at reading pace. Everything you read leaves something behind if you keep it. Tap a word you do not know, and the reader opens it up the meaning and the level it sits at. One tap on save, and it is yours. You do not have to name a list or file it anywhere. Words you save while reading go to a list named after the book. Whole sentences work the same way. The marker at the edge of a line keeps that sentence, the wording, the book, the chapter, so you can come back to how it was actually said. One word at a time is fine. The reader can also lay out the whole chapter at once, grouped by level, with a checkbox on every word. Nothing is saved until you tick something and press save. The buttons stay dim until you do. Your vault is not limited to the library. Paste any web page into the search bar and Verbault goes and fetches it, then lays the whole article out as something you can actually sit down and read. And here it is, the same reader, the same tappable words, laid out on an article that was never part of the library at all. One button keeps it. Saved documents sit in your vault next to your word lists, so an article you found today is still there next month. And this is the vault itself, word lists, bookmarks, and saved documents in one drawer, tied to the account rather than to one device. Collecting words is easy. Keeping them is the hard part, so Verbault keeps score. This is every word you have taken out of a book and actually worked on. The number that matters is not how many words you met. It is how many you can still recall without help. That number only moves in one place. Review schedules each word for the day you are about to forget it and hands you a card. Try to remember first, then turn the card over. Recall is what strengthens the memory. Reading the answer straight away teaches you nothing. Say how it went, and the schedule adjusts. Solid words come back in weeks, shaky ones come back tomorrow, and the next card is already waiting. Every session feeds the same picture. A running record of what you have read, what you have kept, and what is genuinely yours now. Everything so far has been about reading. This last part is about what you can make from it. Start in the library with every level showing. Narrow it down to the book this whole tour has been reading, and there it is. Open it, and the chapter loads exactly the way it did before, the same text you would sit down and read. From the top of the chapter, one button carries the text straight into the worksheet builder. No copying, no pasting, it already knows which book and which chapter. Pick the exercises you want. You are not limited to one. Every type you switch on becomes another section of the same printable sheet. But the chapter is not the only thing you can build from. Change the source, and the words you have been saving all along are right there. Your own list, named after the book you read it out of. Choose it, and the worksheet is built from those words instead. A few seconds later, a printable PDF, and every question on it was built from the words you picked out of your own reading. Print it, hand it to a class, or work through it yourself. Either way, the sheet came out of a book you actually read. There is a second mode for the same words. Exam turns the whole thing into one paper, numbered straight through, with a single answer key. That is the whole loop. Find a book, read it, keep what you meet, and walk away with something you can put on paper. That is the whole thing. It starts with 60 seconds of questions at Verbault.com, no account needed to find out where you stand. If this was useful, subscribe.